This is a strip of Arizona highway 5 years ago. These rooftops are warehouses. Then 2 years ago, more warehouses. And here's that area today. On this 17-mile stretch of road, there are now close to 40 warehouses with more coming soon. This strip has become one of the fastest-growing markets for industrial real estate in the country, as companies look to shift how they move goods to avoid supply chain bottlenecks. But why are companies picking this desert-lined highway, specifically? The new Walmart distribution center, Amazon, Ray, Dick's Sporting Goods, UPS and more fill out the strip known as Loop 303, which sits about 20 miles west of Phoenix and follows an arc that connects Interstate 10 to Interstate 17. But much of the development is happening here between I-10 and US 60, an area that was once farmland. Over time, the land became increasingly valuable, so industrial developers would come in and build the kind of product you see today. That product? Massive warehouse space like this building that will soon be a distribution center for sportswear brand Puma. Companies through the second quarter had leased a net total of 16 million industrial space in the greater Phoenix area. That put it up there with Chicago and Dallas-Fort Worth as one of the country's busiest sites for new logistics activity this year. Many of these buildings were built before they even had a tenant, including Puma's future space. Developers are confident that there are more companies that want to locate here. Another 19.8 million industrial space is now under construction, which includes the Loop 303 corridor. To see why companies are doing this, look about 300 miles west. Many of the shipments from the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach stop here after leaving the docks. But space here is tight, and the Inland Empire, the warehousing market, has a vacancy rate that's fallen below 1%, so that has forced companies that otherwise would have been leasing space there to look for alternatives. Before picking the Loop 303, Puma considered adding more space in Torrance, where it has its existing Southern California facility. But there was a problem. There is no space available right now in Torrance. So for Puma, that meant looking east, but not too far east. The company said about 95% of its product is imported from Asia, so it needed a facility that was still within driving distance of the ports. Trucking goods over 350 miles to Phoenix versus 15 miles to Torrance can carry a cost. Some companies, developers say, however, that cheaper leasing rates along the 303 make it more cost-effective overall. That's especially true when the consumer is in or near Phoenix. Phoenix has a population of nearly 5 million. And like others on Belt cities, it's been growing rapidly, but it still pales in comparison to the 24 million person market in Southern California. The reality is, though many of these products now are serving the Sun Belt, so they're bringing broad in whether it's through the Port of LA, Long Beach into Phoenix. And now you can service West Texas, Colorado, New Mexico, Nevada, all from a central hub. So, given the advantages companies and developers see in Phoenix, some hope it'll be the next Inland Empire, but for now, it still has a long way to go. Currently, the Inland Empire has 1.5 times the industrial space of the entire Phoenix market. And Loop 303 is just one part of that. But this highway does still have a role to play. Developers are confident that there are more companies that want to locate along this corridor. And they're saying we're going to make a bet that this is going to pay off if we build more warehouse space. Phoenix, for years, has been really a hotbed for industrial growth. But I think what's namely different today is these global brands. These well-known consumer brands need to service the Southwest. I think Loop 303 is exactly the kind of solution companies are looking for, with the end goal of helping all of us get that little package on your doorstep or pick up whatever it is at the store much quicker, faster and cheaper.